Okay.
Now a minute to steal. Oh, come on, LeBron. Lock up, man. Come on. One more. Hey, baby. One more.
Davis.
Baby him. Oh, my God. No. Get that. Black ball.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They got Porzingis. Brandon Ingram's out there. Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, they got Jason Tatum. Bamba is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's James in at the point. Now here's Tatum. Oladipo finds Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. Good D by Embiid.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Lead away. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Now here's LeBron. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Count it, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Tatum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Right side Tatum. Over Leonard. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Stolen by Bamba. James outside. call on the shot that sends him to the line. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all season long. After many months, Forrest, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And he's good on the second.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
Now here's Tatum. He had 30 points in the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
What a gripping ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Passes it to Embiid. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
They shoot again. Porzingis hit the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. Here's Oladipo. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, Victor Oladipo won't back down from a challenge. He isn't afraid of getting a little bit nasty if the defense sort of sets the tone.
For Minnesota, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Oubre outside. Pass to Ingram. Shoots over Bamba. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Leonard. Ingram outside. Here's Embiid. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Tatum, that's for 2, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Victor Oladipo's passing skills probably unappreciated. This guy is very unselfish and capable.
Porzingis finds Embiid. And here's Leonard. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not enough to leave open.
Here's Oubre. That's good. And it's Leonard with the assist. And this game is tied up now.
Yeah, this is one thing about Kelly Oubre. I know he's thin, but there's a wiry strength to him. He's able to take the hit and complete it.
Now here's Tatum. Oladipo outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Leonard looking around. Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
And it's James missing. The Knicks shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Ingram outside. Here's Embiid. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bucket is good.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
James against Leonard. To end the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
You can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
Now, here is Young. Outside, Porzingis. Now the pass to Embiid. Back to Porzingis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Bamba against Porzingis. Bamba passes to Oladipo. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's James and the took by LeBron.
Yeah, not a lot to be done if LeBron gets a solid screen and a pick-and-roll set like that one.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Young passes to Porzingis. Now Embiid, covered by Bamba. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Oladipo right side. And finished off by Oladipo.
Boy, Victor Oladipo gets a step and leaves no doubt. Look out below, gentlemen.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Young. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And so James will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Lays it up and makes it in. LeBron's got 9.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game so far. Tries it from 19. Down to the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
So the Timberwolves call their first time, and he's known as the Kawhi Leonard Doors with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And then for New York, Jokic has checked in for Joel Embiid. Collins comes in for Porzingis. And it's Devin Booker in for Ingram. And there's the beat the ball. At Balls, he's that for Wiggins. Balls got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Now Let's find out what head coach Brian Saunders had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. Here's Paul. Following the basket by Jokic. Two open that time. Paul's got his second bucket.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish.
A three from Leonard. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Over in the corner, Paul. Over Young. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Booker. Young taking his time here. Outside Leonard. No good there. Wiggins with some nice deep. Booker against McCollum. 54 left in the first quarter. Good D by Booker. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal with finishing on the post. Possesses great touch and great length.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Houston.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Cantor against Booker. They double him with Booker. McCollum fires from way outside. 6-foot range from outside. Wow.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense. The ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Here's Paul. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Knicks trail by 3. 53 seconds left to play in the first. And finish off by Collins.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
And Cantor able to finish.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Collins. Now Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's McCollum. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
The pass to Jokic. Over Harrell. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Young. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Paul for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Hindi ba natas talaga ref? Hindi. Kailan ba siya? Kailan ba? Ewan. Hindi ba kagabi?
There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about
it's been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see. But the only reason you have to hate someone to really compete against it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Enes Kanter. Chris Paul is out there with McCollum. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Randall into the four-man position. That's the five to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Floats one up. And it's sent back by Jokic. Feeds to Leonard. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 15 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
14 minutes.
McCollum against Booker. Unloads from 13. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Here's Morant. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Paul. Here's Randall.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime. Collins against Randall. Collins kicks to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. McCollum outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. That one drops for him. McCollum's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A 3 from Leonard. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet. Here's for him tonight.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Some changes for Minnesota. Jackson comes in for Kanter. And LeBron subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Oubre is checked in for the Knicks.
I need it.
2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
No question. Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Bounce pass Collins. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on foul in that center position.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Chris Paul. And New York with a change here, too. Porzingis is checked in for John Collins. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Incredible explosiveness, no fear from Jason Tatum. Lights out.
Now here's Morant. Covered by LeBron. No good from Booker.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Porzingis against Jackson. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Jackson. 11 points for LeBron.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Booker. Back to Jokic. Over Wiggins. Second chance shot. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Nikola Jokic. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Tatum. They get it again.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Back to Wiggins. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over Oubre, and again it's Minnesota converting.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. LeBron outside, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, I'm not sure there's a more intimidating sight in basketball than watching LeBron on the move.
Booker the pass to Jokic. Second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bamba comes in for Julius Randle, and it's Oladipo in for Wiggins. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Ingram's checked in, and Jokic drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
James, the pass to Jackson. Oladipo against Ingram. Here's Jackson. Outside Tatum. He feeds it to Jackson. Tatum dishes to Jackson. And he hits it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Gets stolen by Oladipo. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Oladipo's running. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant.
Boy, that's an example of really quick feet by Victor Oladipo. He's just so good at getting into the lane to pick up these fouls.
Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call it play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Harold, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so it's Minnesota with it. And here's Oladipo. He has 6. On the wing, James, covered by Oubre. Basket counts. LeBron's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota.
And LeBron makes that insane dribble move look so effortless. What a showman he is.
to the middle. Here's Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
You really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And Jokic drops them both.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's LeBron, and the took by LeBron.
LeBron gets speed at the rim. It takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
On its way from Young for 2. New York, no good that time either.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Selfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
To the paint. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Young.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside Tatum. Off with the layup. Knicks trail by 13. To the inside. And Embiid throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Rick. Down low. The kick out to Oladipo. There's 3 pointers off the mark. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Oubre, the drive. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
We are talking about a gifted athlete when we are talking about Kelly Oubre Jr. He takes pleasure in getting the defense to commit to him.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
And now, in his second year coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning. Now you look at the physical gifts for Kelly Oubre, 6'7", but with a 7'2" wingspan. He's a terrific leaper and he's got great potential defensively.
And the Knicks making a change here. Collins is checked in.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Young for 3, but they get it back. A fader. And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Collins.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. He takes off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something we just can't teach.
Clock is at 3. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Young gets to Collins. And finish off by Collins.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one after the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. James finds Oladipo. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Passes it to Bamba. Right side Tatum. Shoots over Leonard. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Yep, it counts. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
And Oladipo kicks to Tatum. Inside. And James with the basket on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Bounce pass Young. Harrell against Embiid. Ingram outside. New York needs to get off a shot. Young's shot is off. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the rejection by Collins. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting for Minnesota.
That one is off. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Whiteside's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And Chris Paul subbed in for Jason Tatum.
Sila, ma'am. Okay.
He hits the second from the line. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Young from outside. But they recover it. Tries it again. And the layup good by Collins. Collins has got 8.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box out.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy to have.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points and 1 rebound. First 2 quarters from him.
What?
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the fans. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by James.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Embiid. Then it's John Collins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And Ingram is the 2.
That's a vicious assault on the rim by LeBron. Incredibly accomplished dunker who's still got plenty of bounce in his step.
Leonard against Tatum. Porzingis feeling it out of it. He dishes it to Embiid. On deep. And the shot clock expired. 24-second violation.
Broken play.
Great showing for him last season. 15th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
Yeah, we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Kelly Oubre is checked in for the Knicks. And the foul called by Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Oladipo finds James. Outside, just 5 on the clock. On its way from Oladipo to 2.
And sometimes there's no defense good enough for Victor Oladipo. An incredible shooter, even with a hand in his face.
Pass to Embiid.
Score, boy.
Back to Porzingis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
LeBron passes to Whiteside. Up top, Oladipo. He's covered by Ingram. Oladipo misses. Knicks trail by 7. And here's Leonard for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 23 points.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Oubre with the steal. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Oubre outside. And the pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. And they double up Embiid. Ingram wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged the bullet there.
And here are the Knicks now. 6-point game. Leonard the pass to Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. For New York, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. 2 shots. And he knocks down the first one. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Knicks. Drops them both. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Timberwolves leading by 4. LeBron dishes to Tatum. Bamba with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. James finds Bamba. Such a wide open look.
Start the third, 4 for 5.
Knicks trail by 6. Booker the pass to Porzingis. Here's Embiid. And he banks in the layup. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Nice with the steal. Pass to Booker.
He catches the pass net.
Count it. Booker's got 6.
Well, he can do this now. Booker is not just a spot-up shooter. Very good with the ball in his hands.
Now LeBron. 23 points in the game. The dish to Whiteside. He gets it in there. Whiteside's got his first basket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play. It's getting closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside from the arc. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Easy, boy. I'll give you a fight.
LeBron against Leonard. Shoots over Leonard. LeBron can't get it to go. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Everything he's faced, he has to do offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
And again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Tatum dishes to James. James has got 25 points in the game.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Porzingis. And James pulls it down. And here's Here's James. He'll bring it up to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Leonard with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game is carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The kick out to Tatum. Bounces the Knicks gain possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Passes to James. Over Leonard. LeBron, no good.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
And they double up James. Down low, Tatum. And slammed up by Tatum.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
Booker the pass to Porzingis. Back to Booker. Dishes it to Embiid, and they double up Embiid. 5 on the clock, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Knicks. Now here's Wiggins. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Bamba. James with it. Whiteside controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart right now, especially on the interior.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Cantree checked in for Whiteside. Jaren Jackson comes in for Bamba. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Jason Tatum. Jokic has checked in for the Knicks. Young comes in for Oubre.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that one's good. James.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wiggins against Booker. Lets it go from 11. Rebound, Minnesota. Cantrell's got his second bucket tonight. Wiggins outside. Pass to LeBron. Open look. That 3 off the mark. New York trailing. Booker in the post. Covered by Wiggins. And that one is good. Leonard's got 15 points here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league, active on the offensive glass there.
To the inside, James at balls and speed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. And stolen by LeBron. By himself, and James pulls it down.
Well, just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
To the paint. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kristaps Porzingis. Wiggins outside. To the middle. Dunked by James.
Late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
wing, covered by Wiggins. Pass to Jokic. That one misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that one's good for Wiggins.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Outside Leonard. Goes up on the wing, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Wiggins outside. 1:15 left in the third. And they double up James. 6 to shoot.
Nice.
Young with the steal. To the inside. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Jokic.
You know, a stellar floor general. He has that uncanny ability to find his moments at the right time.
Jokic gets the ball.
You know, we've got Jackson talking about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability.
Yeah. 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. Passes it to Jackson. Down low. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
5 seconds separate the shot game clocks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For New York, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw, good Booker.
Devin Booker has proven to be a capable shooter at every spot on the floor, including the free throw line. This guy has become a must-watch.
Yes, still got plays.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Wow, 5 bounce pass from there. Beautiful.
Over to the wing. Morant with a wide open look. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night. That's off the mark. And so it's LeBron James making things happen. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Now, Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3:10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Wiggins is out there with Randall. Then it's Ennis Cantor. Then moves Oladipo. And it's LeBron at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. LeBron James. And that one misses. Knicks trail by 5. Booker, covered by Wiggins. And Booker kicks to Morant. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Devin Booker.
Boy, you have to admire the physicality Oladipo brings. This guy's exceptional at drawing the defense into him on these shots.
Good on the second free throw. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Booker. Excellent D from Cantor.
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bobble that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Ingram outside. Kicks it to Morant. Releases from 15, and he hits the jump shot.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Ingram against Wiggins. The feed to James. Deflects the pass. It's over Morant. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Ingram passes to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Oladipo, here we go. Count it, number 5 for the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
And it goes down 2 points. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. Oladipo with the bounce pass. Wiggins against Ingram. There's the pass to James. Oladipo outside. Here's Cantor. That shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Here's Ingram. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And so James will bring it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Morant. Booker outside to tie it up, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, crafty, that seems to be the word most applied to Booker. Able to get the defense to overreact.
Makes it, and the next one can tie it up. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Whiteside's checked in for Enes Kanter. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Randall, and it's Tatum in for Wiggins. The Knicks also changing it up. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Jokic. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Morant.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Tatum kicks to James. Back to Tatum. Just 4 to shoot. Good for basket number 6 for him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Boy, it's so clear that Jason Tatum is comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Knicks with possession here. Tatum against Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Booker. And the Knicks miss again. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's LeBron, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Leonard, he's checked in for Booker. And the second free throw, good. Knicks trail by 3. And here is Ingram. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got 39.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch and shoot game is on point.
Here's Oladipo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Victor Oladipo.
The first one falls.
At the line number 2.
Oladipo hits them both. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Leonard the pass to Porzingis. Bamba with the block. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. On its way from Oladipo for 2. A quick shot there and it's off target. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Oubre can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
It makes the basics look pretty exceptional. New York calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
What a night for Victor Oladipo. Boy, when he gets rolling, it is hard to slow him down.
Pass Ingram. Bamba against Porzingis. Passes to Embiid. Back to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Ingram against Whiteside. And it's Ingram missing.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. Really good possession there. They never lost their focus, even as the games got tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. James kicks to Whiteside. Outside Tatum. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now Whiteside. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Bamba. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Pass to Whiteside. Back to LeBron. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Come on, LeBron welcomes contact, so you are really doing him a favor when you send him to the line.
James.
Free throw drops for James. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say, as long as there's consistency in officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being played. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see, the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Tatum against Oubre. Embiid. The fadeaway. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Basket is good.
The combination of shooting muscle and speed of Victor Oladipo. You can't stop this guy. So excellent at finishing over aggressive defense.
That's good from Oladipo. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New York, trailing by 13. Embiid finds Leonard. Lets a floater go. Bamba with the block. Here's Tatum. Haynes. The Knicks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Ingram. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, Porzingis puts up a 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Over James. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The pass to Tatum. Another miss by Minnesota.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Leonard draws the double. Inside. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
LeBron passes to Tatum. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Knicks trail by 13. Leonard with the ball. And there's the defensive 3-second call. So he hits the technical free throw.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Pass to Oubre, a 3-ball. The offensive rebound. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
As we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get it down.
40 plus points, no? 40 points equal.
And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people know this, but Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's defensive player of the year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
Right side, good. It's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists in the game. Leonard on the wing. James covering. Porzingis trying to get through. The shot's good. Leonard's got 45 points.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
This is a 2MB. Oubre passes to Ingram. Leonard against LeBron. That's a move from the wing. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
Oladipo taking his time here. And it's off from three-point range. Ingram passes to Leonard.
Stop him.
Leonard draws the double. He kicks to Embiid. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram outside. 6 on the three-pointer.
Really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up, or he's gonna make you pay.
James dishes to Oladipo. Back to James. Finished off by LeBron.
Oh, why thank you very much.
He can really fly it. You combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
This performance has been a jaw dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Though he wanted that one to fall. Minnesota making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for LeBron. Cantor comes in for Bamba. And McCollum subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
McCollum outside. Pass to Wiggins. Kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Vucevic. The rebound by Marjanovic. And Smith launches it from deep. It's off.
Well, disrupting the shooter there, and I really think Wiggins has got the defensive tools to be an impact player on that end.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
See you na, friend. GJ. Bottom guy, man. Garber, last niya no, ni Leonard, 5 out of 7. 3 points. No one. Yang 2 points ang puta. Ingram 3. Kasi yang hindi gumawa eh. Yang Fuck, man. I'm gonna put J.R. Smith. Okay, that's it.